Hello classmates, good evening. My name is Phillip Norville. Today my speech topic is performance related pay and whether it's appropriate for the workplace or not. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard the saying hard work pays off. It is the perfect phrase to describe my topic today, which is the pros and cons of performance related pay. Everyone watching this speech either works very hard or plans to work very hard in whatever career you decide to pursue. And you want to get paid for your efforts. But what if you know that you work harder than your colleagues? Should you get paid more? Well, that's the question that I'll be answering today. Since the age of 13, I've been employed at numerous jobs from entry-level positions to executive positions, and I have been the recipient of increased pay due to my performance at some jobs, as well as a witness to coworkers and colleagues who have also received them, as well as coworkers who have envied those pay raises that I've received. I mean, come on, if you see your coworker, getting more money than you, but you guys do the same job, you're going to be upset. The idea of performance-related pay should not be implemented in workplaces and businesses, in my opinion, and that's what I'll be letting you guys know today. Throughout this speech, we will examine the several reasons as to why I feel performance-related pay is an ineffective business world strategy. Now, I know you guys are thinking, if I work hard, why shouldn't I get, paid a little bit extra? But it's not always that simple. Performance-related pay seemingly gives the employees an incentive to work harder, but research proves otherwise. Some research done by the Federal Reserve Bank, at MIT, which is Massachusetts Institution of Technology, shows that performance-related pay worked in areas of mechanical jobs, but failed in jobs requiring cognitive skills and efforts. Basically saying that some jobs, where you're working with your hands, that you'll be able to understand, what's good work and what's not good work, versus jobs where there isn't necessarily any measurements on what's good work and what's not. We'll get into some more subjects that's similar to that later. Other research similar shows that work efforts increase for high bonus incentives, but they stay the same when proposed bonus is low. So if I tell you I'll give you $10 more if you're going to do something, then you're going to do that. But if I tell you I'm going to give you $2 more or $1.50 extra, then you're not going to be as motivated as you would be for the $10, so to speak. Also, next, the difficulty in determining what qualifies a good performance is trouble enough. Like I was stating earlier, it's kind of difficult to measure whether somebody who does a certain line of work is doing good work or great work or not so satisfactory work. The measurements for these things are kind of not so clear cut and concise. So there's no measurement scale for effort. What is considered good work is often subjective to management standards. That's a pretty easy concept to grasp. Also, big rewards encourage big risk taking. With the promises of increased pays, some employers will do whatever it takes to achieve bonuses, whether it be good or bad things. So you'll find some people in the workplace who hear about certain bonuses and then they go above and beyond to the point where they are doing things that are immoral, in order to gain these incentives, to gain these bonuses. And it's not necessarily constructive for the workplace. And lastly, the concept of performance-related pay couldn't be applied to all businesses due to the logistics of certain companies, which is similar to the concept that I brought up earlier of, mechanical work is easier to, notice the measurement between good work and bad work. If the product is not good, it doesn't matter how well I sell it to you. If the product isn't good, then I'm not going to be able to sell a large amount of that product, which would seem on paper like I'm not a good worker, but I can be working my tail off and selling that product. However, if it's not a good product, there's not much I can do. Increased pay may be out of the control of someone in management positions, executives or even the owners of the company who don't work directly with lower level employees determine most of the company's payroll. So if I'm the boss and you want to come to me and you want to propose something in regards to performance related pay, saying, hey, I do a little bit more than Jim does, I want you to notice that, I want you to take heed of that, I can definitely keep an eye on you. However, I'm not necessarily the one controlling the payroll. So at the end of the day, it's all about the higher ups, and the higher ups are usually those people who control the payrolls. employees of a company can sell a product. However, if the product is not a good product, then the numbers on paper are obsolete, which is similar to the point that I was making earlier. Um, so basically, we're gonna wrap this up. But as we examine the logistics of performance-related pay, you should have drawn the conclusion that the implementation of performance-related pay is very unrealistic and ineffective at the end of the day. The initial idea of hard work pays off does sound good on the surface, but when the issues such as determining what qualifies as good work and applying performance-related pay come into play, the proposal falls flat. So I just want you guys to leave with knowing hard work will always be rewarded, just not with an extra few dollars that you wish you would receive. It's a bit unrealistic, and in the workplace, I really do feel as if you want to put your best foot forward, whether you know you're getting an extra amount of money or not. So I'm Phillip Norville. I'm glad you guys sat there and listened to me speak about this issue, and I hope you guys really feel the same way that I feel after this. Honestly, once I was going into this, my stance was performance-related pay was something that should be implemented, but as I did the research, I noticed that, there are lots of reasons on why it's unethical in some senses. So I hope you guys get the same thing that I got from this. Thank you.